I love when everything used to be beautiful. This is a lawn sprinkler, so water comes out of there. Shove your garden hose up the duck's butt. Why don't we make beautiful functional things anymore? This is so cute. It just makes me so happy. Today I'm at Brimfield Market, one of the oldest and largest outdoor antique fairs in the country, and I'm here to find treasure. As an interior designer, these are the places I like to come to find hidden gems for my projects. Furniture, art, and accessories have all come from markets like these and ended up in my clients' homes. Brimfield is overwhelming. It's crowded, it's a lot of walking, and there's more to see than you can possibly process. But today I'm going to show you how I make sense of and shop in a place like this. I guarantee there's something for everyone, if you know how and where to look. What Brimfield is a series of fields along a street in the town of Brimfield in Massachusetts. It's just fields filled, as you can see all around me, with tents, and every tent is just jam-packed with stuff. You name it, they have it. Totally different colors, different textures. I mean, so much good stuff. I love fussy things. Fussy, fussy, fussy. Not fussy, 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 that's something else. Given how massive this market is, there are a few things I do to stay organized. The most important of which is to make a clear shopping list. Today I'm looking for collectible furniture, distinctive chairs, very rustic benches, coffee tables, and big farm tables. Plus, I'm always on the lookout for styling accessories. Things to style tabletops, to fill out bookshelves, and I'm on the hunt for unique vases too. Okay, the rustic bench. I feel like this is always having a moment. They're fantastic at the foot of a bed. Guests can come in and dump their weekender bag on the top of these, and you're not going to screw it up because the top is already screwed up. This one's particularly nicely crafted. I love the faceted legs, and then it turns into a circle as it pierces the slab at the top. And then there's this beautiful little wedge that they've hammered into the top to make the pegs stay, so it's pretty sturdy. I love the price. And here's the irony of Brimfield on this very rustic $65 bench. There's some little Wedgwood, I guess you'd say they're coasters. Wedgwood is very, very fine china from England that was started in 1759. Very collectible. Not everybody's cup of tea, but I think it's beautiful. Also, $6. Moving on. Thanks, guys. I love your stuff.
That's my painting.
God, you're really talented. Oh my God, look how cute this chair is. I have a feeling about uncomfortable chairs that are beautiful. You're never gonna sit in that because it's, well, I mean, what sort of body shape would you have? But it's such a beautiful thing. It's great if you've got a skinny little space in a wall, pop it against the wall as sculpture, put it in an entry if you don't have room for a console. You could pop your purse on there, hang a coat over the back. I think chairs often work better when they're not being used as chairs. And because this is so tall and thin, it gives you height and volume in a room, which is great. And that's an amazing little thing. Great shelf. It's really pretty. I'm shopping here. We've crossed the street, which was treacherous. Look, there's a painting of me as a child. A little fancy boy. Yep, no. This is not for sitting, this is for looking. Ooh, yes. More of my favorite. Charles Dudouyt, French piece, deco, so probably nearly 100 years old. Great example of his work. He was big into mixing natural wovens with wood. It'd be great in a bathroom. I think a chair is way better than a towel rack. Take off your clothes, dump them on the chair, get in the bath. A chair in a bathroom, I'm telling you people, it's the future. Great sculpture, weird ass chairs that would be amazing either side of a console in a dining room. Yeah, you know what, you're familiar with it, you've seen it a million times. Vuitton trunk, is it played out? Maybe, but think outside the box. This could work if you just have an empty wall that's a bit of a dead space, or a dark corner, pop it up against the wall, put a lamp on it, couple books, a bowl, use it as an unexpected piece of furniture. You don't have to put it at the foot of a bed. You don't have to use it as a coffee table. In fact, I would say, please don't do either of those things. Try and reinvent it. And if your initials are ACW, this is the one for you. This one's really beaten up, which I like more. Moving on. You know I love these. This one's $3.75. I think I scored in round top. Nice big lamp. Good big lamps are hard to find. This is a really nice big lamp. Put a monster shade on it, put it on a high table in a living room. That'd be really fun. I love that. I like the glaze. What's up, Bear? Oh, hello. I love a folding screen. Rooms need height. I keep saying this, it's true. Rooms need height. So if everything in the room is that height, it's boring. This instantly like draws your eye up and adds layering. Also, amazing color, amazing texture. Doesn't take up a lot of space. I would put these in just about any room. They're great for privacy. If you want to divide a space, you can. Me furnishing bathrooms, I would love this in a bathroom. I want to toss a towel over it. If you got a budget, buy both because I like the undulation and the difference in height. I like this layering of the shorter and the taller. That's probably a splurge to buy two, but hey, if you got it, spend it. Now if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna slip into something a little more comfortable. That's a hard no. If The Last of Us was a chair, this would be it. Wow. Truck. Gammon Chambron. And it's a set. A settee, a coffee table, and a pair of chairs. It's like a king and a queen. Like he's taller than she is. Wait, the reason I say that, look, it's like a crown. I love the coffee table with the inlaid tile. It adds a little personality. Wow, we really are in a field out here. But look at the color on that. Also, what I love about a tile top, you don't need coasters. You're not gonna have watermarks. It's pretty sturdy. And you can put your feet up on it. Good tip, make sure your coffee tables are like roughly the same size as your seat height. There's nothing worse than a coffee table that's too high and you sit like an idiot. And too low is not good either. This is sort of perfection. Wow, lots of really good tables. Another great table. So this is an Austrian taxpayer's table from the 1700s. It's like mind-blowingly good. Check this out. There's a drawer on the bottom and it slides all the way through. So I would put my money in here and you could take it out on your side. But I don't want to put my money in there. I want to keep it. This table's so insane. The detailing underneath, the way the wood is like kind of pieced together, it's so crazy. There's so much personality and detail to it. And in a world of like clean, beige, boring, detailless furniture, there are things like this that exist that make me so happy, but of course, it's already sold. So maybe you do need to get here early. RP, I wonder who RP was. You could easily use this in the center of a kitchen instead of an island, or in addition to if you've got a hell of a lot of space. Pile it up with books and bowls and plants and like really like lean into it and make it like a Dutch still life where it's like layered with stuff and life and energy. Also, I'd use it for baking and like I'd actually use this table. It should be used. You could put a big rustic like piece of slate on the top so you don't mess up the wood because I want to make sure that it's protected and taken care of so it lasts another 300 years. But yeah, like a big chunky piece of slate on top of this. Ugh, amazing. That can actually work. I like that it's got like a little bit of green schmutz on it. Flea markets are fantastic resources for smaller styling accessories. One thing I adore are rustic wooden boards. They're a great foundation piece to start styling a kitchen. A simple grouping of vessels in mixed materials looks so pulled together when you use a board as a kind of a frame. I also stumbled on this vendor selling these amazing hand-painted plates. Mismatched plates hung on a wall look great instead of art, and they can be used to break up the monotony of book spines on a bookcase. These were all around $20, and there were even a few rare vintage gems from Tiffany mixed in. There's sort of a point in the day when your brain stops working and you've seen too much and you're at like, I don't know, just like overload, which is where I am now. I tend to bring my iPad with me and I have a folder with my favorite rooms on it. So I'll flip through and look at what I've got here. And then I'm like, oh yeah, I needed to find a great sofa or an interesting piece of art. Okay, I know what I'm looking for again because I was starting to feel like a little tired and a little overwhelmed. There's a car behind you. If you don't know about these, you need to. It's called a flower frog. You put it in the bottom of a vase and you spike your branches and your little flowers into the spikes so they can stand up straight and they don't fall to one side because like a limp flower arrangement, a limp anything is not good. But they have like the craziest collection because they have not just the sort of like heavy utilitarian ones that are kind of ugly, but they have all of these really beautiful ones. There's these little like turtles in here. Oh my God, look at that. That's a flower frog. That's so beautiful. You could put that in like a shallow dish of water so this sticks out and is visible. Minimal. It's not like a maximalist situation, but that's so exquisite. Thanks guys, thank you. I mean, I'm very into this sort of like terracotta. Super cute too. Oh my God, that's bronze, holy shit. Okay, I have a thing for footed bowls. They're amazing in a kitchen because they add a sense of height. They're very elegant, they look super refined. Pile this up with fruit, it'll look amazing. The color of this is very pretty and it's 30 bucks. Oh, hello. Wow. Mojitos and this. And out you go. So cute. $69. I love it. I'm taking it. I like the little jingly sound. Oh, love. Find Murano glass, pop this on a side table, you're set. It's also a nice soap dish in a bathroom. I like the really intense color. The blue is happy. I guess you gotta put your cigarette there. It's okay to buy ashtrays if you don't smoke. Ashtrays are beautiful. I'm not encouraging smoking, but if you do, have a pretty ashtray. There is so much to see. I also find that on my first glance, I tend to miss a lot. So you kind of want to do it twice. This is a simple sort of wooden bowl, but it's got a lot of character. And like, how pretty is that? Just like a little extra detail. These rusted nails are so cute. Kitchen island, dining room table, even on a coffee table. Stuff like this works. It's good to bring like age and patina into your house. Even in a super contemporary environment, a thing like this can work. And if you just pile this up with artichokes, it would look amazing. You don't have to buy artichokes and fill it from the base. Like put a piece of cardboard in, fill it up, and then just pile it on the top. I'm cheap that way, but it would look really good. And I love the idea of putting all of your kitchen utensils in a good vessel. I mean, I hope your kitchen utensils don't look like this because that looks like salmonella, but if you take your nice Williams-Sonoma home kitchen utensils and put them in something like this in a kitchen, is a really great way to make a space feel more lived in. Sort of signs of life, which is important. Sad sailor. I love sad sailors. That's cute. Great little brutalist sculpture. I love things like this. They make me think of J. Crew stores in the 90s at their sort of peak. J. Crew sponsor me. Adorable. I love that. Really, really good for a bookshelf. Really attractive ceramic. And buy the whole shelf. They've like done the work for you. You could just buy all of this stuff. When you're buying small accessories, watch out that not everything is the same height. I've made this mistake 1,000 times. Like everything I graduate to is like the same height, then I bring it home and I'm like, this is gonna be amazing. And then I have a row of things that are all exactly the same size. So when you're shopping, make sure you're looking for things that are taller, shorter, wider, thinner, fatter, and buy that, because that's a great vase. Great vase. I love buying small little glass vases and collecting them, keeping them in like a pantry for friends as gifts. This guy's 25 bucks. You can get just like a small little bunch of flowers from Trader Joe's or like your local grocery store. And that makes a really cute little nightstand vase or something in a powder room. And it's so much nicer than the plain, clear, generic white glass vase that you get from a florist. So my trick is become your own florist. Don't be afraid of going big. This is really beautiful. I think people are afraid of big statement vases, but this in like a plain room will make a lot of impact. You could put this on a dining room table on its own with a couple of big branches and it would be amazing, but it doesn't even need anything in it to look good. It's very beautiful. Actually, I think I want this. I love small, skinny vases. In a small bathroom, it's great to still have flowers, and something like that takes up no counter space. You put one pretty little branch or one tall flower, like an allium would be good, and that, it would be amazing. It adds some life to a bathroom and gives it some energy. That's really pretty. I mean, I picked an expensive one. That's $250, but on this table, there are a bunch of tall vases. Like, find the one that works for you. And then, context is important. Like, I kind of think that's gross, but you lose the stopper, suddenly it's really good. $59. truck. Starting to get really busy here. Great, great, great vase for $59. The color is amazing. Kill the stopper. That's really beautiful. Would they call it a beaker or a boiler flask? I love stuff like this because just on its own, sitting on a shelf, it's very, very beautiful. And what's cool is like you don't need a lot of flowers to fill it up. Like 1 or 2 things is all you need. That's sort of a theme for me. It's really, really beautiful. This was a special find for me. I was immediately drawn to the restrained design and the obvious quality. Even from a distance, I could tell it was special. I flipped it over and it had the Baccarat maker's mark etched on the base. Baccarat is the most famous French crystal producer. They've been around since the late 1700s. And get this vase was being sold for $80, which is an absolute steal. What's so beautiful about a shape like this is how it distorts what's behind it. It's almost like looking through a crystal ball. You'd see these in old Dutch master paintings because they play with the light in such a beautiful way. And for $80, it's mine. One of the things I love about Brimfield is it covers a lot of ground, from affordable vases in the $20 range to pretty extravagant furniture in the thousands of dollar range. But they have everything in between, and if you're looking for an affordable day of shopping, Brimfield is the place for you. In my opinion, Brimfield is probably the best of the American antique flea markets. There's something for absolutely everybody. Oh, and one more thing. If you like what you saw but you can't get to Brimfield, a lot of the vendors have online stores. So click the link below to find out more. God, that's so brilliant. Why didn't I think of that?